We are at HGC number 55, I believe, as this is our post Psycho Circus show. We are 4 shows away till our debut on Ace. Well, we're 4 shows away till the wrap up show, then our debut on Ace, and then we're at 1998. So, on our previous episode, Psycho Circus, so I recorded defeat Sam Strong to become the second ever HGC World Champion, follow interference from the Syndicate. Liberty, Jack Bruce, and the All Pro duo defended their titles, Frankie Future as well. In a solid show, but I thought would have been better, but I guess Sam Strong being kept strong in the main event kind of damaged the rating overall. So let's get to it, and we'll get started right away with the pre-show match. Pre-show matchup here was Steve Flash and the Blazing Flames teaming up to face the Nation of Filth and Jimmy Power. This was to just kind of get everybody on the card, get Steve Flash and the Blazing Flames a win, and really get Nation of Filth on the card as it's been a while, and I wanted to see how they're improving and see if they're making any significant improvements in ring. Solid ratings without any popularity, so I can't complain about that. We do start off the show with Eric Tyler saying he wants what he's owed. Ripcord owes him a title shot, and I want mine now, like soon, or whatever it is. Kind of continuation of the Untouchables and Syndicate beef, as they teamed up to kind of take out Sid Streets out of the tournament, leading Ripcord winning the tournament and Ripcord winning the title. We have Troy Tornado making upset victory of Brent defeating Brent Hill after botched interference from Tommy Cornell. So I kind of wanted to tease a little bit of dissension amongst the syndicate of like I've been debating, do I push Brent Hill, do I push Tommy Cornell? How about we kind of just set a beef there and it's like to plant a seed that will grow with time as I can promise you at Total Mayhem it's not gonna be Brent Hill versus Tommy Cornell. Um, but maybe in some fashion, now that I say that, maybe a triple threat or something, but they won't be in direct one-on-one competition. No one's turning face from the Syndicate anytime soon. We follow that matchup with the Island Boys just picking up a win over Lance Henderson and Flapjack Flanagan. It's been a while since the Island Boys have been on the show. Kind of continue their, presence and get them a win here over our favorite two job guys. We have Heartthrob challenging Electrico to a match next week. Heartthrob is Romeo Heartthrob's alter ego, this time under a mask. What the story is going to be is kind of like the Blue Blazer almost, where Heartthrob, the mask guy, is going to win a bunch, and Romeo Heartthrob, the unmasked guy, is going to lose a bunch. And then ultimately, Romeo is going to like quit, quote unquote, and it's just going to be Heartthrob, and then it's going to be a mask versus mask match. A little ridiculous, I know, but if you look at the El Grande Americana stuff, that's working in 2025. The Blue Blazer stuff is working in I want to say 99. It's just the Juan Cena. You get it. We'll get to have fun with it. We have Jack Bruce announcing he's going to go on a winter vacation, and this is just to write him off for over the next couple weeks. His return will be on the debut of our Ace. We have Professor Hare telling Jeb Langley again, just recruiting him. I guess I kind of do a lot of these storylines, just thinking in I have a long-term PSW save that I didn't record. That kind of made me want to start recording again because I miss sharing. But yeah, we just have a basic heel join us kind of storyline going here. I don't really have a clear ending to it. I have a fun little stop along the way, but that's going to be 5 weeks from now, end game. 4 weeks from now after this episode. So yeah, we'll just see where we go with this. And I think, to be honest, I didn't expect Jeb Langley to get so popular so fast. So I'm trying to keep him in the fray without just like ignoring him. We have Damian Carville defeating Monty Walker by cheating. This is to kind of that 50-50 booking where Monty Walker's been getting a pretty good push. Damian Carville is getting pushed down a little bit. So now that Monty Walker's like above 40, Damian's below 40, it's to bring Carville back up without really bringing Monty back down. With him losing and by being cheated, it is keeps him strong inherently, and I think it rises the floor of the popularity between the two. We have Jason Jackson, who's been getting a little bit of a push here, teaming with Frankie Future versus Charlie Homicide and Big Trouble. The Big Trouble, Peter Valentine tag team is pushed off yet another week, but we get bad chemistry between baby faces here, Jason Jackson and Frankie Future. And I was thinking maybe this can build to like a one-on-one match at the Ace debut between Frankie and Jason Jackson. But we'll see. I'm not really sure yet. That's or it could be Frankie versus Charlie too. Not exactly sure. But yeah, so look for one of the combination here to be in the coming weeks. Maybe I do Jason versus Charlie next week, and then that leads to, maybe that's probably the most likely candidate, but we'll see. We have Cowboy, Ricky Dale Johnson, Liberty kind of setting aside their beef and shaking hands. And then, yeah, this is pretty much just to kind of conclude that Cowboy and Liberty beef, as it was led to the fatal four between Tommy, Barry, Cowboy, and Liberty. I think it's just to set a seed because eventually down the line, I think that we are going to turn Cowboy into a heel and Liberty, and like it's going to be for the world title though, not just the international title. But never say never, or never say when, because I don't know. And that might not even happen within our save of like the 5 years that we're probably going to cover. That might happen after. And I think at the end of like this, I was like, I'll talk about plans and things that could happen at the end. But we don't need to get into that. So we have RP Jr. being confronted here by Jesse Christian about BLZ Bub's interference. But what happens here is in the heel gaslighting way. So RP Jr. turns it back around Jesse Christian teaming with Monty Walker last week. So when Jesse Christian's like, "What the hell was that with BLZ Bub? Why'd you bring him into this? That's only going to cause us more trouble." And then RP Jr. goes, "Well, how about you bringing Monty Walker back into this, like being jealous, gaslighting, and I had to figure out a way to keep our titles, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes." So we're continuing the babyface heel dynamic between the two, as I'm not sure, if I will move away from that. I'm completely 50-50 on Jesse turning heel and these two being a team, or RP Jr. and Jesse losing the title and them fighting at Total Mayhem. I'm not sure at all. I could see it go anyway. Um, I really just have to debate it going forward. We follow that up with Ripcord's title celebration. I would have had the Syndicate with him. Even Tommy Cornell and and Brent Hill are kind of side-eyeing each other a little bit after the stuff earlier, but this is just pretty much Ripcord's victory lap as he just brags about being champion and he's the best ever. He's the best HGC champion. Kind of thing, just being too much. And in our main event, we just have Dusty and Sid Streets defeat the Black Serpent Cult. Throwaway match effectively is our main event. It's the TV debut of the Dusty and Sid Streets as a tag team, so I feel like that deserved main event. And Black Serpent Cult is the unfortunate tag team to get it, as I didn't want to give away the Demons of Rage on free TV without any build. So yeah, this is pretty much a transitional show. Jason Jackson, Troy Tornado, and Damien Carville getting a little bit of a push here. Yeah, popularity wise, it's good. I think it was like a 78 rated show. I'll very much take that. And so something I noticed is J.K. Stallings, our user character, isn't set to be on Hell Show. Sorry, my mic peaked. I think it's the second time this show. I'm not exactly sure. So what we'll do is we're gonna actually do that first. Is have set J.K. Stallings to be on duty, as I want him to eventually get better on the mic to potentially turn into a character. Because I feel like who better to then be the on-screen authority figure than the actual authority figure in game, but that's just a just in case. I was looking at potential, um, what's it called, general managers, but there's no one that really like. They're all heels, and I don't want to go with heel right now, but that's something. This is the first ever tie, but I don't really want to go there quite yet. Yeah, so we tie with SWF. Um, the Big Easy and Rory versus Mr. Supreme and Sean McFly, Christian Faith in the semi-main event. I mean, yeah, that's good. It's been a solid match. We have Christian Faith and Rory McCallum Angle. Um, let's see here. So Eden Lehman, this is a guy up for deal. Let's see if they're signing him. 2-year deal. Like I said, I don't want to jump to sign every SWF guy. What sucks though is like they already have popularity and they're past that point of popularity. if I look to hire 40 in USA, active wrestler male, can work USA, ex SWF, I'm at ex SWF but forever ago. Um, and he's only 40. His picture makes him look like he's 60. Ex SWF, ex SWF, and of course this, but we can't sign him quite yet. So he's still toxic for a drug smuggling operation. Um, is he even gonna be in the Power 500? Did he make it? He did. Okay. He also went undefeated. Man, look at that to start off the wow, how the mighty has fallen. He went from having 90 rated matches to just throwaways, but he's winning them all. What's been his best indie match? Probably this one versus Kuros. I want to say collection, but it's Coleccion. He's a man in Mexico, pretty solid. Um, Always known as egomaniac, big match specialist, crazy jealous. He's a stooge. It's an interesting guy. Easy, yeah, this could be a guy. Not for us since he's already popular in Southwest. That's where when I get to like big size, I will look at Mexico at guys that I can sign that already not big size, but like when I get there, like um, we're gonna have to look at talent to sign, and we are located in the Southwest, so that's something we'll kind of scout down the line. Let's just review here. Jeb Langley, I think that's like a newer appearance, all expected. Steve Flash, new appearance in there. Who's hot? BLZ Bub. BLZ Bub really gained some popularity, defeating the Blazing Flames. I didn't expect that. I'd never seen this guy before. He is terrible. Um, and he's oh my. Just reading this thing, got into wrestling after being recruited to Colt Powerhouse, graduated in 92. Not a wrestling fan of youth, but he also wasn't a natural to came wrestling. Good luck tag team with fellow recruit Fabian Fournier. Time to grow before surprisingly both men joined the industry late and returning to Quebec after like oh. Oh, interesting. Let's see how Fabian looks. Fabian's no better. But I mean they're only 32. Never say never. As we continue, if I don't really turn Jesse Christian heel, I'm going to need a mid card. Um, so we went from him being like absolutely not turning heel to it won't be that bad now. That's good for us. Um, I'm so tempted to do it, but I feel like there's gonna be a time where we have to let's swear here, shit or get off the pot with the Jesse Christian versus RP Junior beef. I can see it go two ways. I gotta think about that's gonna be like something that I think about over the coming weeks before we get on the Ace of like, am I booking them to be? They're either gonna be champions by total mayhem and later, or facing off against each other. But the Jesse Christian turn will have to happen. It'll happen after we join on Ace, so it won't happen next 3 weeks. But it's something that definitely might happen. I'm just not 100% sure yet. But anyways, that's where we'll call it here. Let me know what you think of the Jesse Christian. Do I turn him heel? Or do I stay true to not even the original plan, but do I just stick true to the quote unquote character of the cool jock character to take out the evil, maniacal, gaslighty, manipulative heel? But to me, is like I can just turn that. I can wait another like just wait to have him turn on RP Junior like the next year or year after. I think he does more service for us as a heel right now in the tag team than as a single star. Because single star, we're pretty solid with baby faces. We got Sam, Sid, uh, the Vessies, Liberty, Cowboy is right along the way. We didn't cover popularities. All right, my rambling here. He went up 2 with the win. Troy Tornado got a big win. Went up 5. And Damien Carville went up 5. That's huge because Carville is a guy that, and I wonder what Monty Walker went down. I don't really care about the rest. He didn't. Sick. All right, that's cool. And then I don't think Brent Hill did either, if I had to guess. A little bit, I think, or not at all. I don't know. Not enough to matter. All right, so the floor, I'm sorry, the ceiling. No, ceiling's the high end. The floor of our popularity for a lot of guys is being brought up. It's just a matter of continuing the path we're on, as we don't have anyone maxed out, which I guess doesn't exist based off broadcaster size, looking at BLZ Bub and Eric Tyler, but we'll have to see. And thank you guys for watching, especially if you stuck in this late. Talk to you next time.